Yeah, okay, Viego jungle, and it will be the Akali locked in. Faker could be playing it, but I expect Canna to pick that one up.
Ooh, oh. This is an exciting draft here, Atlas.
This is kind of cool. Here is the 80 carry for T1. A very interesting game and a lot to learn here potentially as we get this one going. I love the Ashe Braum lane though. I think that it is going to be a very difficult time for the Kalista Ashe, probably the most famous counterpick into Kalista. Wave Quick Smart does so. Wave gets eliminated, and now Rich moves down, clears out this vision as Canna does have the... Okay, he's going to be down to about half health, gets himself out with the backflip, just fine.
I set up a bait here with Cuz in the general vicinity. Cuz or Peanut and Rich don't know about him.
Yeah. Well, Shelly's just going to pop up, so they know about Cuz now as he turns up. Both of these two invisible champions underneath this turret should be well and truly fine, but that is a lot of plate gold going over to Nongshim. They're still sticking around, just trying to continue this pressure. Another plate should be picked up by Rich.
Then 100%, Kana gets dove there when Mega is available and he dies as...
That's a cleanse out from Doctor. He's in a bit of trouble as the ulti comes through. It's not exactly the greatest, but here's the arrow. The turn onto Carrier. Gori comes on in. They turn it immediately though, the exhaust, and Gori just explodes. Oh, a little bit of a...
There are some 80 carries in the LCK that can do this. As, let's take a look at this play first.
Okay.
Let's listen to the communication.
Eclipse is still pretty good as it turns out.
루시안. 나이스. 세펠 다 했어.
Yeah, Nongshim looking to try and fight for this one. Peanut will get in there, but is not able to actually steal this one away. Arrow sails by, but isn't actually going to be able to find anything as Cloud Soul, absolutely fantastic. Carrier gonna get fate called out, and now Canna's running away. All of the invisibility coming through for both the Akali and the Viego, and T1, they just steal away the Drake and look to escape.
Very clean. So a couple of summoners that have to be used, but nice secure from Cuz there. I don't know about that one, Kana.
This is possibly dangerous as Peanut dives on in. Cuz taking a fair bit of damage as Rich is just going to get tidied up by Canna. Canna looking to escape, not going to be able to as he doesn't get over the wall. So they trade 1 for 1. A kill going on to Gori isn't exactly the greatest news for T1. However, getting kills on Akali feels fantastic.
A little bit more to the left, and
yeah,
you might at the very least stall a little bit, but he did execute well.
Cuz going to face check Peanut once again as Peanut gets aggressive, finds the reset, and there it is. Passive's going to be able to lock him down. The sad beat comes through as well as Faker fighting against Gori. Really feeling like they're setting themselves up for a late game push.
I actually think this initial play is done nicely, even though I would love for Faker to actually join this. I think that going in 2 versus 3 means that the play is always going to be a trade, even if Kana does hit the blast cone here. Like Peanut, like he still dies, right? It doesn't really change the outcome of the equation there. And I think trading kills evenly as Akali is fine. Then this is a stroke of genius from Peanut to identify that Faker is still going to have to shove out the lane, and Gori can kind of keep him there and
spot as starter. And now I think a lot of what we need to see is going to be more of that later game as Rich getting dove on top of, see whether he can escape, and Faker flashes and says absolutely not, as the arrow going to be collected there by Faker. That's good. Make sure that it was worth it, as Shirley pops down in mid lane. He's going to get a bit of damage to this turret. Minute on this Cloud Drake. And we know that he can do it. He did have some of these moments, but we didn't see them consistently enough. As Peanut is going to find Cuz once again. There's the blast cone. Not going to be an option for Cuz to get away, but he can go invisible. And that's going to be helpful as there's the control ward. Kellen looks for the Winter's Bite. The flash is going to be used as Moonfall will secure the kill on the Viego. Cuz
for one-shotting is inferior, but actually kind of like it considering how much damage is already available on his team.
Yeah. Oh, that's the flash in from Faker. Looks for it. Carrier doesn't quite find the lockdown on Gori for long enough as Faker goes gold, and there's the culling. Faker goes down first as Cuz gets out, but does he? Absolutely not. The double kill for Gori now as Canna dives in, looks for Gori, has to flash to get on top of him, but he's definitely dead as well. Doctor flashes after him, and now Nongshim think it's time for Baron. It's played a bit better.
Yeah, no, I think a lot better. It's part of the reluctance from T1 can be explained by the fact that there is a Braum that is playing very well, but
connects onto Gumayushi, is going to hold onto the cleanse for quite some time and then utilize it as Canna dives into the backline, but he's more buying space for Gumayushi as there's the solar flare. Doesn't quite get the work done as Moonfall is going to be there to follow up. Peanut goes golden. Now going to have to flash away as in goes Carrier. He goes golden as well, and now is going to be taken down as Nongshim juggle the aggro so beautifully. Faker gets taken out at the end, and Nongshim should be able to close out this game. It's a 8,000 gold lead, and that just erupted over the last 7 minutes. Teleport to come forward. One more Nexus turret remains. There are no inhibitors. I think this is just the end. Gori is going to dive on top of Guma, who will get himself golden with his stopwatch, but in the end, not going to be enough. In goes Rich, finds an ult onto the air in celebration of this Nexus falling down. Eventually does get that wallop onto Canna, and there is the ace. It's 11-4. It's 31 minutes into this game, and Nongshim will find the first one.
It's the same old story for T1. It's what
they just needed
so
to get a little bit of padding of the stats as well towards the end. Just proves your point perfectly, or just sums up your point perfectly. At that 24-minute mark, that is where that Faker flash engage happened. T1 weren't able to navigate the team fight very effectively, and that was the back-breaking moment.
It's hard, and I think that good. I don't know why Lee is getting hovered. That is very confusing. I mean, it might just be a hover, but like that doesn't.
I mean, this is Lee Sin jungle volleyball support.
Yeah,
and it's Leona.
Of course, it's Leona. I don't know why. Carrier, yeah, it's because it's Carrier that you're like, wait, but maybe,
yeah,
maybe he finds a way, which he shouldn't. As
look. I know you're not sold on the Lucian Yuumi, neither am I. However, I like the fact that they had the flex opportunity and committed to it.
Care about a full-way decomposition? You shouldn't.
No, you commit to the comp that needs to be 15,000 gold ahead at 20 minutes. Yes. That's what you do.
Oh, God.
But well, they haven't. They've got the Akali late game insurance policy, which is not going to be enough.
Hey, Yumi's legitimate. Like, if you get
That's
Yumi
true.
late game,
That's true.
But here's it.
And Yuumi Olaf turns Olaf into a full champion, which is kind of cool.
Peanut with Callum.
Yeah, we need to see the most proactive play out of Nongshim ever. And yes, they have shown that they can do it, as Cuz is invading the jungle, and he will just find Peanut. There we go. Doesn't have Ragnarok yet, and he's taking a lot of damage. Misses the undertow, in fact, as in goes Carrier. That's first blood, and Cuz is angry.
There's gank.
여기 치고 있으면 나 살짝 가볼게.
Look really good.
느낌 오고.
So yeah, just reading Peanut
like
a book.
싸운다. 유채야. 살만해.
Carrier.
Good.
Executing good. Oh, that's
okay.
You can. There's the opportunity for T1 to just go in when they shouldn't and try to all in. But I do think Peanut will get spotted here. And
well, Cuz knows that he's here because there's a little puppy running away. Is now Faker looking to close in on him. There's a blast cone available as Peanut uses it to go the opposite direction. There's a good old sad B to come through here. As let's see whether he can ghost his way. No, he's not. He's going to go into Faker, which is precisely what you don't want. As Peanut's getting the Cuz treatment this game, and that is the kill over there. Oh dear. Yuumi lane here in the LCK. As we're going for a dive, Guma, no flash, remember, he's dead. The double tap comes in, the flash out, and that will make sure that that last turret shot does not come in. A lot of damage here from Faker as Carrier has turned up as Peanut.
You know, 13 CS lead, they're picking up Drakes. Getting kills on Lucian is nice. That should rechange the equation as we have ults.
Yeah, out goes Gori, but he's just dead. Cuz trying to tank up this turret for as long as possible. No flash on Peanut, remember, because he's Olaf with Ghost, and Cuz is just going to be able to walk away just fine. Rude.
Very rude, honestly.
Peanut down towards the bottom side as Goomer's in it. Oh, he's just mega dead. Yeah, that wasn't happening. As there's a Realm Warp that's going to be avoided by Faker. So Nongshim, they will get out of there. Maybe the Lucian God win condition.
This does just reaffirm to us how good Dogdom is, rather.
Yeah.
Because I think the interesting thing about Dogdom and Kallen is that we used to really pride or talk about them very positively for their admittedly really good Thresh and Aphelios, right?
Yeah. All right, looking for a bit of an engage here as, yeah, Kallen's just dead. But Carrier taking a lot of damage back. There's the culling, and he picks it up after the flash as well. 1 for 1, another sad B, as this is happening in the mid lane. And I don't know whether Nongshim have any way of doing anything about just how massive Faker is. Gori's going to be able to land the backflip. Goes, okay, does have another ult as well as there's the flash out. Gori looks for it, finds it! Solo kill from Gori against the Giga Fed Rise.
It's 3-0. I don't know about this one.
That was sick. That was so good. This was Guma just dying. Not as interesting.
This was actually really well set up by Carrier, recognizing that Callan is behind Doctarm. And if you see Yumi, obviously can't go into a W.
Yep.
So just a very straightforward play out. This, though, is... Oh, he gets... Oh, my God. Doctarm.
Damn.
Any of these Qs hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
비드! 오케이! 나이스 점프! 이게 멋이야!
Oh, no, they're still very, very much Faker.
Yeah. As that is going to be... Was that... Did Faker steal that? Or did Peanut take?
No,
there were 2 blue buffs in the end as Carrier. There's the final chapter. Very dead Leona does come in. Do they have any follow-up? Here's the question. Teleports to come down, and now you've got Canna completely on the wrong side of this fight. Over goes Rich, looking to lock down the Viego, and he will do so very comfortably. Okay, never mind. Canna is going to take a little bit more killing in order to be taken down here, as there is also an Infernal Drake on the board. As Gori getting this kill would be bad news for T1, but Canna's pretty quick as he's running around here. There is a lot of mobility on Gori's Akali also, but it looks like the Viego may have just done the great escape. In the meantime, however, Nongshim will still be taking this dragon, so it's not all terrible news as Canna once again, he has just escaped. Shirley going to be taken here by T1 as well in trade for the dragon. Yeah.
So Nongshim is just playing this Lucian like an assassin. Doctarm has shown us that he is very in control of his limits. Oh, Rich.
He is going to tidy up this entire minion wave. He does have that one going for him, as he doesn't have his ult, as there's the last Q, and Faker picks it up. Now Gori looking for more. Goodbye, cuz. As it is going to be the great escape for Faker, but he leaves his volley bear behind.
Oh, God. I think he was untargetable because of his ult. And it's another situation where I'd say, I think Cuz should be a bit more liberal with his ultimates initially when they go for dive.
Yeah, Carrier looking for it here as Doctarm gets himself out of dodge. There's the flash out as well as Cuz finds himself a little too far forward. Rich in an awkward spot as well as they're still diving. Faker goes golden, shut down the Lucian. Peanut will find the rise in the end as now Canna looking for more as well.
Peanut?
Golden, that's a great ult to come through. Peanut trying to get the work done. Rich wants to participate as well. Hasn't quite been able to. The prowling projectile
Yumi
is scary as Gumayushi. Yes, he doesn't have a whole lot of mana. He's now looking for even more here as Nongshim. They trade relatively evenly in the end. As Gori's in the top lane.
You cannot.
Oh yeah.
Not allowed at all.
Canna moves on in. Peanut has Ragnarok, of course, as there's the culling from Doctarm. Canna looking for him. In goes the Akali this time, as Cuz is so incredibly low. Doctarm jumps over the wall. Carrier in trouble. Gori popping off as well. And oh my God, the value from this final chapter. Nongshim, what happened to this team?
If they get this, they are on soul point.
Yeah, this is...
no way.
Guma has no Mega Inferno Bomb.
Guma and Faker. Where's the teleport? You can't get this up?
Well, I mean, also, how are you supposed to defend?
You can't! No. No!
As the soul point to
No!
Nongshim. Nongshim are turning this game on its head. Rich going to rotate down now as well, as Nongshim just want to clear out all the vision. They have so much control of this area right now as T1. Are they going to be able to get into this pit? They've got a control ward in that back brush, definitely an important one. As Canna looking for a flanking opportunity. They can just go for the lockdown here as Carrier's in trouble. The Drake resets as Peanut clears out this vision now as well. They spot Canna making his way forward as now Olaf completely out of the fight. Carrier in a bit of trouble as well as the final chapter doesn't quite do enough work. Canna dives on in. He's desperate for the resets, but the Yumi's keeping everyone alive, and Gori destroys the backline. This is Ocean Soul, and I have a feeling it's the beginning of the end of T1 in this series. Because they get their health back instantly, so Ziggs is useless. And so it's now like sort of 3 champions on T1 that are trying to win this game, and Guma, he's dead. Yeah, like really dead.
I don't believe in...
As Canna looking for a flank. They do have a flanking teleport. Maybe Nongshim have overextended as Cuz. He's going to ult in. Doctarm goes golden though, and now the kills start flowing. Gari is gigantic at this stage. The Lucian dies twice in this fight as Faker is dead. He goes golden just to witness it for a little bit longer. They even get a ward over the wall just in case he flashes, but he didn't even have it available. And the game is over, Chronicler. Gumayushi's going to try and clear out the minions, but he can't because they have Baron buff. It's the 2-0 that should have never happened, and it's brought to you by Noodles.
Oh, Atlas!
Oh, man. The team fighting out of this Nongshim roster. Look at the gold graph. It fell off a cliff.
I have nothing to add.
Yeah.
I have nothing to add, Atlas. I'm so sorry, but...
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason with the POG interview translation, and the POGs for today's match will be Peanut and Dokdam. Congratulations! Nongshim is adding another win on the board and extending the winning streak. I feel great to pick up a win to start off the second round. Peanut, you were the unanimous POG for Game 1. How are you feeling? I think I performed really well in Game 1. So I'm pretty much satisfied, and I'm glad that we were able to secure that 2-0 win as well. Nongshim took down T1 twice in a row now in the summer split. Why are you guys so strong into T1? I don't think we're like especially stronger, you know, up against T1. We just did as we usually do. You know, we prepared really hard for the matchup, so we were able to get some edges. In game number 1, you guys removed Ziggs, the top tier champion, a champion that Dokdam is really good at, and then first picked Diana on the blue side. Tell us about your draft. Game number 1, I was the solo AP damage dealer, so if I can scale, you know, we were pretty confident that we will win the mid to the late game, and my teammates were doing a fantastic work, so I was able to, you know, farm really well, and we were able to secure a very easy win. Indeed, just like you said, a lot of the mid laners actually had the winning side matchup, adding more power and enabling you in the jungle. So what kind of role, you know, or tell us about the hierarchy that Peanut is at in your team. It's like a god, you know. And I also agree Peanut is on top of Nongshim Redforce in terms of the hierarchy. We would like to know about the Game 2 pick and ban as well. This time around, you let Ziggs through and then played Lucian Yuumi as a counter. Lucian is so strong in lane, so Lucian together with Yuumi looked pretty doable into Ziggs. However, Olaf actually had some rough time in the early game, so how did you guys remain to, you know, keep inside of the game and come online later on? Even though we lost the early trades, you know, our carry picks were Akali and Lucian together with Yuumi. So even though I died twice in the early game, I was like, we were still winning because I had this kind of a game in the LPL last year as well, so I was pretty much used to it and I knew that we would be able to make a comeback. We had a really good draft. We had really nice comp, so I'm not saying we were confident that it's gonna be a free win for us, but still, we were able to keep the mental fortitude in order to turn the game around. So we had a fun fact here. When you guys played Ziggs, Hana Life bottom duo countered with Silver Yuumi, it didn't really work well, but this time around you guys played Lucian, Yuumi into Ziggs. So is Lucian the answer or the counter pick into Ziggs? I'm not sure Lucian is the counter pick. I'm pretty sure Yuumi is actually the centerpiece. You know, if you have a, you know, easy laning phase, Yuumi has a very high carry potential in the late game. So I think Yuumi is the key player or the key champion in that duo. And game number 2 was all about the bot carry. So are you satisfied with your performance overall? Totally, especially for game 2. How would you like to rate your own performance out of 10? For game 2 only, 10 out of 10 for sure. Your next opponent will be Damwon Kia. You guys are able to turn the series around after an intense series. How about this one? We did, defeat Damwon Kia last time, but Damwon Kia is still a very strong team. You don't know how the things will unfold, but if we can prepare hard, it's gonna be a doable match as well. I think every team is so competitive, so we don't have any weaker side or stronger side, so it's gonna be a very fun game. With this victory today, I think we can, push the momentum forward in that upcoming match. I think it's gonna be a really good sign for us. Congratulations on the winning streak, and thank you so much for the interview. And this will be the end of the interview from Peanut, 덕담, the Dongsim's POG, and back to our casters. Thank you.